Welcome everyone, I'm Jacques Levac, and today I'm gonna show you my progress in Modpack Impact. I've already made one video about this Modpack in English, but in fact since that I progressed a lot. And today I'm gonna show you my base, what tier I am playing at. Currently it's ZPM tier. It's like beginning slash middle progress of it at this tier, and this mod pack has a lot of mechanics, and I told about that mechanics in the first video about some of these mechanics, but here I can show you more of these mechanics and describe them maybe. So if you haven't played this mod pack, I hope this video will be useful for you, and especially if you haven't played Greek Tech, but in fact I recommend not to start with such mod packs if you haven't ever played Greek Tech before. Start with other mod packs like IIS, for example, or IIA in English. Okay, let's start. This is my new base. I shown the old base. This one I moved from this base at the beginning of EV tier and started living here. I had a little logistics pipes set up. It's opened on MV tier. I haven't shown it in the previous video because I haven't had any setup then. And I used it for autocrafts, for storage system, but then of course I moved to AE system. Of course, I've got my 3D printer 3x3 and 4x4. These are used for more advanced recipes which standard assemblers can't handle. And these are the most important, the most advanced crafters before you have access to assembly line. Well, I've got my base like this huge factory, and I differentiate my sectors of this base by colors, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, dark blue, and purple, and also like yeah, these colors, and that's why it's much easier to orient around this base. I have here not the best solution for cabling, wiring, because I decided to connect everything from the upper side and hadn't done any basement here, but I guess the basement solution is the best, and the classical and the end is the best, because this is not the best one, not the most appropriate, because before this setup I had a lot of spaghetti wiring, and it's not the thing you would like to have. Okay, let's start with the rooms. So let's start showcase base from right to left, from here to there. First is first part of energy generation facility. Here's my Leptronic capacitor. Of course, this Leptronic capacitor is with IV capacitors, not with LEV capacitors. They aren't crafted yet, and that's why this battery is really small, and that's why I can't make huge crafts. Like now I'm crafting tier 5 rockets, and I crafted almost everything at the stream except this, because it requires a lot of materials. This is my gas turbines. All of them are with IV hatches, and of course with the trinium rotors, and they give me around someone is broken. This is broken, I guess. Yeah, let's repair it, or unless it gives less power. And here are my 4 combustion engines. They work at the normal gasoline and are speeded up with the oxygen. It gives 2 extra amps per engine. That's why there are LUV hatches, LEV hatches. Next, let's go to this section. This section is required for ore processing and everything which is connected to this. At first, smeltery. My electromagnetic induction furnace. It's advanced version of EBF. It's opened at the ZPM tier here. So, and it can be paralleled as well as this advanced vacuum freezer. I'll tell about parallelism here sooner. Here's my advanced sifter, advanced ore washer, of course flotation unit, of course with parallels. I used to have 8 of them, then I changed energy hatch and put parallel hatch, and then I have the 16 recipes at once and don't need a lot of them. Sub networks, I use a lot of them, but there are some troubles with them, and I'll tell about that sooner. I have got all my resources here. Pre-craft of distilled water, and by the way, all of as my experience of playing GregTech, as I played on IIS or Impact, or if you would like to play GTNH, it's better to make pre-crafts, at least when you have at least a part of the required materials. It's much better than craft them at demand, because it will take a lot of time. Here are tanks with a coolant and supercoolant, a pair of blast smelter and freezer solidifier. That's my least favorite pair of multi-blocks, because this thing makes bunch of ingots at once, and then this thing really slowly cools them down one by one. Really stupid mechanic, and luckily it has parallel hatch. Next use this section used to be my auto crafting room, clean room, but in fact only few machines are left here. Some chemical reactors and some miscellaneous stuff which isn't really actual now. And also I removed all my clean rooms because they aren't required here, as well as low gravity, because these multi-blocks are a little bit bugged in this version, and they don't require whether neither clean room nor low gravity. That's why I can make all my microchips here and all my microchip parts here, and also here is advanced chemical reactors. So as you know, chemical reactors usually have ideal overclock, so when they when you raise tier, they don't lose efficiency, as well as multi-block centrifuge. Here, where is it? Yeah, this. No, cracking it. Centrifuge, yeah, and as well as electrolyzer, but here they lose efficiency and you need to make parallel machines instead. Next, this is a chemical plant. I have all my polymers and all my chemistry here. What's wrong with this guy? Why is it keeps stopping all the time? I even have I don't have buffer here, that's why it keeps stopping. Okay. Make all the polymers here. What's this thing doing? I guess ammonia. This, I guess, what they're doing. So I'll probably disable them for now, because I don't know. I don't remember. Because probably they are just wasting some of my resources. Yeah, this is ammonia. This is sulfuric acid. All the polymers, all the chemistry, and not really, almost all the chemistry, not really interesting. Standard oil processing, all the distillation towers, chemical reactors, cracking units, and all the from EV tier, oil general plant, of course. Unfortunately, this mod pack has a really weak pyrolysis oven. It has only one recipe, getting from the wood pulp or sawdust from this machine, smelting into charcoal, which doesn't have a lot of uses, only for wood tar or maybe boilers, but boilers aren't really efficient at this tier and aren't really good at this tier as they are at HV tier, for example. That's why I just collect all the coal and don't use it at all. I use this pyrolysis solvent to get wood tar, to get some, at least some little useful byproducts, because there aren't any other variants to get anything useful from charcoal. For example, in classic pyrolysis oven you can get a lot of byproducts, and it's also broken. What should I do with that? With all that, I'm just waiting for maintenance hatches, auto maintenance hatches, which don't need any maintenance. Auto maintenance hatches. And also I use networks here, because this thing has a lot of channels. I don't need to have all these channels, as you can see, a lot of them. And there are some problems here with this, because to make all the fluids accessible, you need to have this pair of fluid storage bus interface, or interface and storage bus, and the same for fluid ones. But there is a problem that there are two mods, fluid crafting and extra cells, and they don't go well with each other. And for example, with the world reload or server reload, you need to re-enable all this system. This is really stupid. Fortunately, in development versions, SSLs is absent already. Yeah, here's my oxygen production facility. Not really efficient, but anyways, I left it. It doesn't last for food, but I decided to keep it. Okay, let's maybe come back here, because this is more advanced stuff. I want to get to this stuff, and I want to go chronologically. And well, we have a lot of single block machines. I had them here, but they are really slow, really not really efficient. That's why this mod pack has its own multi-blocks, and they are multi-purpose multi-blocks. I even understand them: hammer, canner, and so on. This multi-block has 5 modes, this multi-block has 3 modes, this 2 modes: wire mill and wire assembler. This is forming press, bender, extruder, compressor. And this multi-block is not only convenient for automation, yeah, maceration towers, assemblers. I think I don't need to name each of them, but also they have parallel hatches. You can't access parallelism in this mod pack really easily as you can get in G10H. As much energy you put into the multi-block, as many parallels you'll get. It doesn't work like this here. You need to install special parallel hatches, and as well as parallel hatches, you also need to establish this thing. This is a communication tower, which you have to connect to the satellite, which is situated on the space station. I said, yeah, here's satellite. You connect to this satellite, and this satellite is transmits parallels. Also ME system, yeah. Also ME system requires special matrix particles here, so you need to install some of this, set up these machines here, and fill in special cells with these matrix particles, because most of ME components, for example interface, it requires this stable particles, 50 all of them, but this is not much. But here is 600. As well as controller is one of the most expensive. This controller, where is it? Anyways, it requires, if I'm mistaken, 8,000. It's really much. and maybe a Mi controller. Yeah, 8,000. Really expensive recipes. So you need to set up Space Satellite here, connect to the given frequency with the laptop, set frequency here. Then you need to not this. I didn't mean to do this. Then you have to connect this thing, satellite as well here with the proper frequency, and also connect this thing to proper frequency. It works at 256 blocks. And then you have to build such computers. This is not just a data bank or a quantum computer from TechTech. This is its own computers. You also have to set the frequency here. And also we have parallel computer racks and parallel transmitter. It's this one is exact for 16 parallels. This is these computer racks have to get have to have the special parallel CPU tier 1 to 4, and they have really spooky craft, by the way. And this is Matryoshka craft, because to create the next tier you'll need to put them, four of them. It's already fixed in the upcoming version, but here it's really really stupid craft, because it requires a lot of resources, especially all these stupid graphene wires. This is really long and a difficult recipe. You have to get these wires like this with graphene foil, having them at dry oven, maybe the only recipe for this multi-block. This you get in the chemical bath. You can see all the time required for each of the step, and of course doing this in the forming press with the different polymers. The only thing which you waste is polymers like polybenzimidazole or Teflon, and graphite. Copper is cycling material. And then you have to set up parallel receivers. And at first you have to connect the controllers of the multi-blocks with to the same frequency as well, and establish connection to the exact multi-block. I hope it's disconnected. What disconnected? What this thing? Why disconnected? Might be like this. What happened? Everything broken. I don't like this. Okay, I hope I won't die after this. But I disconnected. No connection. It had to be connected here, somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. Connection established, and it should be yellow, not red, please. It's properly working, but for some reason maybe it's bugged a little. No, that's stupid. Why there's no connection? I don't understand. What happened with that? Fortunately, you don't remember all the machines here which are connected. I hope won't die. my factory. Also, there's such a convenient thing as electric implosion compressor, which of course doesn't require any TNT. Really convenient, but it's 1,000 more power than normal compressor. Well, this is our ME system provider, multi-block used for crafting all the ME components. And let's look at some additional stuff here. Here are all my multi-blocks from Impact. Here's my another energy generation facility. This is nuclear reactor 3 and huge steam turbine. What's the deal with them? You have 3 tiers of nuclear reactors. They work differently from IC2 reactors. You just load the fuel rods here and produce heat and produce heat with it. It has fast decay mode and normal mode. Fast decay you use in the first reactor when you need to get resources from the nuclear, all these nuclear byproducts like lutetium and californium later, and of course multiplying plutonium. But these reactors don't make enough power. For example, starting with the second reactor, you can get some power from this, but not enough. But third reactor is really great and overpowered thing, because in the pair with the huge turbine, you get a lot of energy when it's available. Well, if you use MOX fuel, it will give you superheated steam. If you use normal fuel, it will give you normal steam, which is of course transmitted in the ratio 2 to 1. And this huge turbine doesn't require any turbine rotor, and this produces as much energy as much steam you give it, feed it. Next, there are my multi-block single and multi-tanks. They store a lot of fluids, not really interesting stuff. I also use subnetwork there. Also, there's my Naquada fuel production facility. It's a little bit laggy. It gives a lot of laggy because it's laggy because it doesn't work all the time because of really slow production of this liquid. First step, and almost all the time my reactor, which should give me a lot of power, doesn't work at all. Almost any fuel I get from this. Here in the green room I get a little polybenzimidazole or PBI facility production facility, and in this side of base it's all. Next, which I built, here are my assembly lines, 6 of them. Really great thing. Try to spam these assembly lines because they sometimes work too slow. And also I have my one lonely fusion reactor, which is making me right now some oxygen plasma, and I almost completely forgot about it and disabled the server. If I hadn't done that, I would have more oxygen plasma now. Yeah, this is my little base. Of course, the most important multi-block is swimming pool. I've got some relocators, and maybe the only thing which I would like to show you, it's here. Mercury. I've got one miner, which still works. It's a chromite vein, as I shown you at the previous video. Got some veins. This pollution, tier 0 vein. They contain one type of ore. Tier 1 vein. They contain the standard veins, 4x4 chunks, and liquids are 6x6 chunks. Well, and the interesting thing that usually miner mine ore in a radius of 1 chunk, but this miner mines entire chunk, and also it has flotation unit. If you put some flotation liquid here like heavy oil and give it enough power, I power my miners with plasma, yeah, and this, by the way, I can feed it even more drilling fluid, by the way. It will get ores from all the way in, and this is really convenient to get tons of resources, literally tons of resources, like I'm having, like I'm getting now. Use these transmitters from Ender.io, and this is how we get resources at the later stages of the game. And I guess there are nothing to show more, just crafting up my tier 5 rockets. I also crafted up some quantum suit with the gravitation suit. Oh, I guess I can probably set up some iridium. Something like this. This furnace is a lot of power, but at the same time, and don't forget to turn on the separation mode, because it smelted me iridium for 20 seconds instead of 10 seconds, and it works really quickly. For now, that's all. Yeah, this was my little world. I really hope nothing disabled. Now I need to check all my machines, whether they disabled or not. It's really stupid. Probably this was my quota fuel facility. It's here, working. Probably everything was good. What's wrong with this thing? Yeah, and there are some problems with the crafting here, especially with fluid. So that's why I had to set up this thing, which pre-crafts me all the required fluids for different machines, for different crafts, because sometimes these crafts lack a lot, and it absolutely annoys me. Well, that was my base, and if this video was interesting for you, of course, don't forget to leave your feedback on this video. I'm sorry for maybe talking a little bit slowly, but I made this video without any preparation, for without any scenario, and it was like more exprompt text, and I tried to I tried to review all the things which are happened here since my last video, and it's really difficult because there were a lot of things. That's all. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.